Girl, when I start to yap, I yap. I can't shut up. Something about it, I'm just like, could be the beginning of a horror story. I don't know. Like, these need to be the first books in your collection. I didn't like the orange and green together, for one. Anytime we would read this book to her, she would laugh hysterically. So, because I think it's weird looking. Maybe 2 hot takes. To me, it looks like a 3-year-old drew it, which maybe that's the point. I don't know. Read it over and over again. I'll pass. Okay. I was pretty picky. Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm doing something that I think is really fun. I love watching these videos on YouTube, so hopefully you enjoyed this one as well. Today I'm gonna be ranking popular children's books. Some of them I love, some of them I hate, some of them I've never read. So we're just gonna see where they fall on my list. And at the end, I'm gonna give you some of my very favorite recommendations, whether they are popular or not, classic or new. So stick around to the end if you want to see the books that I get excited to read my own children, because we all know there's those books that you're like, no, not this one again. And then there's those books that you're like, okay, I could read this like 5 times in a row. So I will share those recommendations with you as well. I guess I should let you know my credentials for this video. I have 3 children, and 2 of them are currently in kind of that like baby toddler phase, reading board books, and that's kind of what I'm ranking today. My daughter is more now into like chapter books and like books with like the leveled readers, like books with paper pages. So I'm not really talking about those today. Maybe I'll do that video eventually. I don't know. But yeah, those are kind of my credentials. We have hundreds of baby books. We have probably, I'd say, around 200 of the like baby books, like board books. We have way more books than that, but like in this specific area. So I feel pretty qualified to be ranking these books today. I think it's working here. This would be, I've never done this before. I screen recorded my own computer. It'd be really awful if I got to the end of this video and realized it didn't work correctly, but oh well, it is what it is. So let's see. The first one is Love You Forever. And it has this little, kid with the toilet. I don't know that I've ever read this. I may have read it once, but yeah, I'm just gonna put it in never read because I don't really remember it. If I'm being honest, I wouldn't pick it up at the store because I think it's weird looking. Like, why is there a kid next to a toilet? I don't know. But I know that it's very popular. So yeah, I don't know. But just because it's popular doesn't mean it's good, as we'll find out. And then we have Dear Zoo. I would say this one is good. I like the interactive like flaps for the kids. It's short. It's to the point. It's kind of fun. So I'd say that one's good. All right, now we've got a Dr. Seuss. Mr. Brown Can Moo, Can You? I actually like this one. I am, kind of hit or miss when it comes to Dr. Seuss books. This is one of his better ones for sure. I don't mind reading this. Little Blue Truck. I've never read this. I just never have. Let me know in the comments if any of these books that I'm saying I've never read, if you are like a mom or dad or older sibling, babysitter, whatever, if you've read a lot of children's books and you feel like you have a pretty good grasp on what like a good children's book is, let me know. Any of these that I haven't read, let me know if I should read them, because yeah, always looking for good books. Okay, then we have Moo Ba La La La. We have this book and I've read it a few times, but I honestly, it's not one that I've grabbed very much, so I'm gonna say it's fine. It's possible that if I read it right now, I would rank it higher, but this is where I'm gonna put it for today. Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. See, this is a Dr. Seuss one. It's a no for me. Like, I don't know what it is about this book. I think I just got inundated like this book was read to me like 6 times around the time that I graduated high school or something. I was like, why are we reading this book? And I think I just got sick of it. I mean, I don't know. I never loved it, I guess, because I was already older. But I think a lot of people have very nostalgic feelings tied to this book. I do not. So for me, it's a no. I don't like it. Blue Hat, Green Hat, the Oops book. Okay. I love this book. I'm tempted to put it in good because it's not one of my absolute favorites, but honestly, I would read this like 80 times in a row. Like, I just would. For one, it's super short. That is one of the things about books is like, you don't want them to be like ridiculously short, I guess, but you also don't want them to be long. And I feel like you often find children's books that are too long. This is a really good length, and it's funny. My daughter went through a phase where anytime we would read this book to her, she would laugh hysterically. So I just really like this book. Okay, then we have Caps for Sale. I remember really liking this when I was a kid, but I haven't read it as an adult. So I'm going to put it in good. This is one I actually went and put on my Amazon list because I was like, I want to get that and remember if I like it or not. I Love You to the Moon and Back. I'm going to put it in fine. There's like 30 books very similar to this. It's like very similar sentiment. It's just every page is like, I love you so much. You're so special. You're so good. I feel like that is such a strong theme in baby books, which like is good. It's fine. But I don't know. I just don't think there's anything special about this book. It's sweet. I enjoy reading it. It's fine. Okay. If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. The original If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. I'm not talking about those weird spin-offs, like If You Take a Mouse to School. Those ones, the logic, the flow, it switches up. It's not the same. Like If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, everything is very like chain reaction. Like if he sees a paper, he wants to draw on it. If he's getting his craft supplies, he's gonna want, to paint a big mural, and then he makes a big mess. So then he's gonna want to clean it up. Like, it's all very like chain reaction. Though If You Take a Mouse to School one is so random. It's like the mouse went from like a logical progression of things to having like total ADHD, which maybe if you have ADHD, you like that book. But like for me, I'm just like, I'm not following. So the original If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, for me, it's a top tier book. I love it. I think it's so cute. It's so fun. The little pictures are cute. I love the little mouse character, but that's the only one, just the original. Goodnight Moon. I used to hate Goodnight Moon. When I was a kid, I didn't get it. When I was a little bit older, my younger siblings liked it, and I was like, why do you like this book? I didn't like the orange and green together, for one. But now that I'm older, I really like it. Reading it to my kids, it feels a lot more sweet. So I'm going to put it in good. Maybe it will continue to grow on me as we go, but for now, it's just good. All right, then we've got Brown Bear, Brown Bear. This one's fine. I mean, like, if she wants me to read it, I'll read it. It's not my favorite. It's like whatever. And to be honest, this Eric Carle, is it Carl or Carly? I call him Carl. Eric Carle, his style of illustration, I actually don't like it. To me, it looks like a 3-year-old drew it, which maybe that's the point. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, but I just feel like it's not that good. So, The Napping House. For me, this is an S tier. Absolutely love this book. I don't even know why. We never read it when I was a kid. It doesn't have any nostalgia, but I started reading it. I just picked it up randomly. I think it was at the thrift store, and I just picked it up. I brought it home, and I started reading it to my daughter, and I was like, I like this book. I don't know why. It just, some books, it clicks, and some books it doesn't. Okay, so then we have The Very Hungry Caterpillar, which is another Eric Carle book. To me, the illustration on this one is not as bad. I actually really like, I think it works with like the character and like the food and stuff. Like, I think it works better in this book. And I also like the spin-off Very Hungry Caterpillars, which you're actually going to see at the end of this video when I suggest some books to you. We have actually quite a few spin-offs, and I just grabbed like one, like my favorite one. But yeah, actually we do really like a lot of the spin-offs of this one. So this one's got to be a good for me. It's also, I don't know, I feel like it actually teaches them something. Like, it teaches them the days of the week. Like, I don't know, it's just good. It just is. Okay, that's all I have to say about that one. Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. This one's fine for me. Teaches them the letters, has some fun sounding, you know, words in there, I guess. Very like rhythmic, which is fun. It's just not, for one, it's long, okay? It's gonna take you a couple minutes to read this book, and to read it over and over again, I'll pass. But like the first read through is good, and the second read through is like, okay. Oh, we need to move this one forward. Okay. Are you my mother? This one I read as a child, and I probably read it to my younger siblings, but I haven't read it as an adult. But I remember liking it. And it's interesting because it has the little like Cat in the Hat guy, but this is not by Dr. Seuss. So that's something that I didn't really realize till I was like older, because obviously why would I care when I was little? But it's not by Dr. Seuss, but maybe published by the same people. I do like this one. I'm gonna put it in good. I'm feeling generous today. Okay, all of these are not. Okay, whatever. Okay. All right. These are my last two. So that's crazy. The Runaway Bunny, I have never read it. Never read it. It's pretty though. I like the illustrations of it, at least from the front cover I like. So if that one's good, let me know in the comments. That's one I would definitely be willing to purchase. And then Corduroy, it's a no for me. I think the little bear is cute. I think there's some cute ideas. Like we have some concepts in there that are cute. But for one, I don't like the bright red and the bright yellow together. I don't like the font that they used. I don't like how long it is. And it's like a little creepy to me in a way. Like the mall, it's like late at night in the mall or whatever. Like, I don't know. Something about it, I'm just like, could be the beginning of a horror story. I don't know. That's just my take. If you strongly agree or disagree with any of those takes, let me know. But now on to my personal favorite children's books, my personal recommendations for you if you're gonna buy a gift for a loved one that just had a kid, or if you are looking for more kids books for your collection. These are by far the ones that I would suggest. I have a whole slew of recommendations that cover a variety of purposes, if that makes sense. I'll show you. Here we go. Okay. I was pretty picky. Like, these are my favorites. But like I said, we have 200 of these books. So narrowing it down was a little bit difficult. But yeah, let's just start with the top and work our way down. So first, if I could recommend any children's books to you, I would first and foremost recommend you get the Tabitha Page books. She has a whole bunch of books. It doesn't have to be the Our Little Adventures. That just happens to be the ones that I grabbed. We also have the Christmas one and the black and white books for babies. But they have gotten used so much that they've actually gotten like ripped out of the book. So you need to like glue them back together or something. But A Trip to the Forest, A Trip to the Wildflower Meadow, A Trip to the Farmer's Market, written and illustrated by Tabitha Page. So she's an amazing artist, but she's also a speech and language pathologist. And so she has written these specifically for like language development in young children. They are absolutely wonderful. I wish I had known about these. I don't know if they existed when my daughter was first born. I don't know when she started doing these, but I wish I had known about them earlier. You can find them on Amazon. She has an Instagram page that I can link as well. But these are by far my top recommendations. They're so beautiful. I've given this to some of my friends that don't even have kids yet, because I'm like, these need to be the first books in your collection. let's go with these. So these are published by Cottage Door Press. Where did I even find these? I don't even know where I found these. I think I bought the Little Red Barn, maybe was from the thrift store, and then the Little Blue Boat and the Little Green Frog were gifted to us. I love these because they are the flap books, but they have the thick board flaps. There's just the right number of words. They're just short little books, very easy and sweet to read. And one that if they want you to read it over and over, it's not like a chore. So I really like these books. If you're gonna get a Lift the Flap book, I recommend these over anything else. And then I have, so that's kind of like my motor skills books. And then I have, these are like my teaching books. Okay, there's gonna be a hot take, maybe 2 hot takes, depending on what you think. Can you say moo moo too? So this one we got from a Dolly Parton like book thing for my daughter. So that was 5 years ago at this point. And we lost it. And then I found it again at Once Upon a Child and I purchased it again because we loved it so much. We like took it everywhere with us and we misplaced it. And then I purchased it for the first time because obviously it was free when Dolly sent it. But I love this one. The kids enjoy this one so much. I feel like it's really like they try to actually like repeat after you. Like they could definitely say their first word. I don't know about you guys if you've experienced this, but my kids have said their first word while we're reading books. So I think about that. I'm like, this is a good one to teach them how to say their first word. So look, you might look at this book and be like, that's a basic book. It is a basic book, but it's the right kind of basic. It's just for what it is, it's so perfect. So love that. I'm gonna try to not talk forever about each and every one of these, but girl, when I start to yap, I yap. I can't shut up. Okay. This is the Very Hungry Caterpillar book I was talking about. Like I said, we have so many variations that include that character. We have 2 of these, like a day on the whatever. This one's obviously Day on the Farm. We have one that's like a day in the snow or something like that. We like both of them a whole lot. I just couldn't find the snow one. It's probably packed away with our winter and Christmas books, but yeah, again, this is one like my daughter memorized super quickly. It teaches them like adjectives that maybe they don't typically hear. So this I put in kind of like the educational book. I really like it. Again, Everything is Mama by Jimmy Fallon. This is my hot take. You might be like, Jimmy Fallon, like, girl, who are you? Look, the illustration, I keep wanting to say alliteration. So if I say that, just know I mean illustration. The illustration style is not my favorite, but the repetitive, like saying mama, 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 and the Dada book as well, but obviously I prefer the mama one. I feel like they are actually like really good for getting that repetition in. Plus it's like kind of silly and fun. And it like teaches them other words. Like if you read this 12 times in a row, they're going to learn the word hat probably. Like it just is inevitably going to happen. Yeah, I don't know. I like this one a whole lot. I mean, Jimmy just really, he had something and he's expanded. Like we also have the baby one. And I've seen like the Nana and Papaw ones, and we have a baby one, and it's like it's not the same. Okay, it's not as good. And then the Nana and Papaw ones we haven't even bothered buying because they don't even look half as good as the Mama and Dada ones, from what I can tell. Let There Be, maybe if you're a grandparent you disagree. I don't know. I've only flipped through them, so don't come for me. Let There Be Light. So this is one of our favorite Bible children's books. We have a whole bunch. We have ones that teach them Bible stories. A lot of times they're very wordy because they're trying to like take a Bible story and like fit it into something that could capture a child's attention. I like that this one teaches them opposites. I love the illustrations in it. It has Bible verses, but you don't have to read them. Depending on the child's attention span, you could just do the opposite words. And then as they get older and they get more familiar with the book, you can start including the verses. And so I thought that was a really sweet way to start like reading Bible verses to them. We have a few other Bible books that I really like that I almost included, but they're just so wordy that I'm like, a lot of times I just can't bring myself to read them. So those are kind of like the educational books. that I would recommend. And obviously, like, get more than just those 4. Like, get multiple of the... One of the very hungry caterpillar books we really like is, like, What Does the Hungry Caterpillar Eat for Breakfast or something? And that we also got that one from Dolly Parton, and we love that one. So those, you know, there's a whole bunch of books that could fall into that recommendation. This one, I'd at least get Mama and Dada. And then there's a whole bunch of these baby believer books as well. This was published by Harvest Kids. And it's the baby believer line. So, you know, you could fill a whole library with the recommendations and like associated books. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's get into the stories I really like. So I found this one this year, The Mitten. I liked it so much I didn't put it up with the rest of the winter books because the illustrations are so beautiful and something about it was so nostalgic to me. Yeah, okay, I was gonna tell a story, but you know what? I'm not going to because I'm gonna learn to stop yapping so much in these videos. I record like an hour and then I'm like, how do I cut this down to like 20 or 30 minutes? And 30 minutes is kind of, whew, girl. But yeah, I don't know, there's something nostalgic about it to me. And if you want to know, I'll explain it in a little story time later. But yeah, I don't know. I love this book, The Mitten by Janet Brett. And I think by Jan Brett. I think there might be other ones similar, but that's, like I said, I just found that one this year. It's a Ukrainian folktale, I think. Anyways, I like that one. It was sweet. It was kind of funny. Okay, this is like one of those books that you'll find like, it's just like, I don't know, it doesn't, it's like one of these things is not like the other. This doesn't seem to fit with a lot of the other books. And I did just find this at Once Upon a Time, apparently. Published by Little Hippo Books. Cute. I've never heard of that publisher, but okay, like the illustration, not my favorite. Like this, we got to do better than that. But the story is very, very sweet. 2 of my kids have Down syndrome, and so I just feel like this book makes me think of them. I'm not gonna cry. Are you kidding? When playing blocks in the corner, Sloth liked to take her time. Monkey said, "Hurry, hurry, little Sloth, it's time to go outside and climb." Yeah, if you have kids with special needs or developmental delays, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's just like everyone's like, okay, now we're here. Okay, why aren't they not hitting this milestone? Like, oh, my kid can do this. My kid can do that. Come on. Like the kids are like, yeah, like Rosie, come do this. We're doing this. It's like everything is so like, and at the end, it's like, you know, everyone was rushing little Sloth. Of course, there's like little Sloth is like, you guys were gonna miss the rainbow. Like, you're missing all the good parts. After school, little Sloth asked her mommy, "Is it okay to go at my own pace?" Mommy hugged her and said, "We miss out on wonderful things if every moment is a race." Stop. And like the mom just like affirms it at the end. It's like the mom and the kid, they get it, you know, and no one else really gets it. And yeah, the mom and the kid get it. And like they have to affirm each other because like no one else in their immediate circle will affirm that like their way of doing things is okay too. So yeah, I actually really like that book. If you have a kid with special needs, I recommend. Okay, Rory Feek. This is the only book by him that I have. I know that there are others. He does really pretty illustrations. I recommend probably anything by him. I believe, don't take this to bank. I haven't researched this, but people have told me this, so I'm gonna trusted sources. My Nana was one of them, so obviously I believe everything my Nana tells me. Look at that, so beautiful. Apparently Rory Feek has a daughter with Down syndrome, and he wrote this book about her, but you wouldn't know by reading the book. Like, it just reads like a normal book. Like, there's little bits of inclusion. We've got a girl in a wheelchair. But yeah, and then it's like obviously talks about God, like it's from a religious perspective as well. So I don't know, to me this book checks all the boxes. If there's one book in the world that checks all the boxes for me, and this is it. But a little tease, I don't know if I've ever said this on camera. Maybe I have, but I don't think I have. I actually have written a children's book, and it's very similar to this one in the sense that I wrote it about my kids with Down syndrome, but you wouldn't know by reading it. But when you read, like any parent could totally read the book that actually me and my sister wrote it together. Any parent could read that book and take away from it what I want them to take away from it. But if you're a parent with special needs, there's like something about it that hits a tinge closer that you're like, yes, I get this. And so I tried to write it where like the words were really strong and really beautiful, beneficial for development. The issue is I'm not an artist. I wish I was. We really need an illustrator, and I have reached out to people and nothing has quite meshed at this point. And I don't want to rush it. We actually wrote this book over a year ago at this point, but I don't want to rush finding an illustrator. I want it to be the perfect one that's going to be perfect for our book. So I pray about it all the time. And when we eventually do publish that book, we publish it, but I'm not in like a super huge rush to publish it. So anyways, I don't know. We'll see. I have no idea what the timeline will be on that, but I'm really excited. I'm really excited to eventually publish that and get that out to you guys. So yeah, that would be my number one. After it's published and everything, and I assume it'll be perfect just how I want it to be, it's gonna be my number one book recommendation. So we'll have to do this again when I publish my book, so that you can have my updated list of recommendations, because I'm always looking for good ones, and obviously that one will be new and hopefully amazing. So okay, and then we're gonna move on to just like, okay, so those were like stories, like almost like sentimental, like really good quality stories. These ones are more like fun stories. I think this is like the last category. These are just like fun stories. So if you give a mouse cookie, I'm not gonna talk about it again because I already talked about this one. But yeah, this actually does make it into my top. I sorted it into my S tier, right? That'd be weird if I didn't. It is one of my top books. So if I didn't sort it into my S tier, oh, that was crazy. Okay, hot take, Llama Llama Red Pajama. I like this book a lot. I think it's fun to read. I think it's silly. I read it like really animatedly to my kids, and so they love it. Like, okay, the illustrations are so fun. Like, I wish I could like copy and paste this onto my face sometimes. Like, I love this. I don't know. It's just like, I think it is so fun. And also like, this is just something that hits so hard to us. I'm like, if I could read this to my daughter every day, maybe she'll start going to bed without needing our help. I don't know. That would be the goal. Okay. I got this from Half Price Books. We have those in Ohio. I don't know if they have them anywhere else, but Half Price Books is it's really good. I really enjoy Half Price Books. This is a little golden book, obviously, but not all little golden books are made the same. They have so many. Are you kidding? We have a bunch here as well. But this one's really good. I like it. Just like explains literally like what firefighters do, and I think this is so cool to read if you have sons. I don't know. I want to raise like really like strong, brave, like manly boys. And I think that this one is so fun for them. Like, I'm always trying to think about like, you know, I think because I'm a girl, I naturally read my daughter like fun things like, oh, where is Dolly? Or like just some like fun, like cutesy things that like, you know, are sweet and feminine and whatever. But I have been trying to be very intentional about finding like manly books, like something for the boys to aspire to as well. So I love that find. This is by, I don't know, it says illustrated by Tiber Gurgley. I'm sure I butchered that. But yeah, The Fire Engine Book. Highly recommend. I don't know. it's just one I found and I really like it. So that's my recommendation. That's what these are. Like, I'm not trying to like be like, oh yeah, like this is like, I'm not trying to portray anything here. These are just literally the books that I enjoy reading for a plethora of reasons. Some of them it's because of the cool, you know, what they teach my kids, the good stories, whatever. These are just the books I like reading. And that's all they have to be. So whatever. The Napping House, again, I hope this made my S tier. It'd be so weird if I put these in my favorite books and I didn't put them in S tier. But you know, sometimes you, in certain situations, you're like, I don't know. I hope I put them both in S tier. That'd be so embarrassing if I didn't. But yeah, I don't know. I just really like this book. I think it's fun to read. It's just fun. And that's a good enough reason to like something. I Am a Bunny. I like the illustrations. Super sweet little book. It's not perfect by any means. There's little bits of it that I'm like, I would probably, I don't know. That's just kind of funny the way that is. But yeah, I don't know. I just like it. It's a good one. Okay, the Gossy books. This is the only one that we have. I got it for $2 at Once Upon a Child. Are you kidding? I had the Gossy, like the book that's just called Gossy. I had that one on our Amazon list for years for people to buy for my kids for like their birthday or Christmas, and no one ever buys it for some reason. And these books are expensive. Like, we almost got them at, like, when I go to Barnes and Noble, I'm always just like tempted to buy everything, but they're so expensive, and you can find the books in almost perfect condition. I'm trying to see if I can see how much it originally was, but they like covered up the price, so I can't see. But I mean, I would assume this one was probably between $10 and $20 because it's like one of the big like plush cover. It's got lots of pages. It's a popular book. I always check the thrift stores. Always check if you have like half price books or some sort of like used bookstore. You know, local used bookstores are always good to check out. And yeah, thrift stores, Once Upon a Child, that kind of stuff. You can find books for way cheaper. So I'm glad that we did not buy this at Barnes & Noble. But it's good. Okay, let's not talk about the price. Let's talk about the actual book. It's good. I like it. I think it's fun. It reminds me of my kids. Like, there's the Bossy one, which I guess is Gossy. Everywhere Gossy goes, Gertie goes too. Follow me, cried Gossy. Yeah, so Rosie would be Gossy, Alfie would be Gertie. And then it's like eventually like Gertie just starts doing whatever. And it's not that Gertie doesn't care about Gossy. It's just like Gertie just does what Gertie does. And that's like so exactly how my kids are. But they're best friends, you know, and it's just, yeah, super cute. Love that book. And last but not least, Barn and Spring. Actually, we have the Barn and Winter book, but it's probably packed away with our winter books. And I prefer Barn and Winter, but I like Barn and Spring too. It's a good one. The illustrations, beautiful. Kind of like making the barn to be like a character, I think is so sweet. Something about it is just very sweet to me. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't even explain why I like this book so much. I just do. I just think it's a cute, sweet little book. So I would recommend like the Barn in Winter, Barn in Spring, whatever. These are also done by Cottage Door Press. So I don't know, maybe I need to look more into what Cottage Door Press does and see if I can find some additional favorites that I can recommend to you guys next time, when hopefully we'll do something like this again. So, but that is it for my book recommendations, my book rankings. If you've watched until the very end, thank you so much. I appreciate you, especially those of you that see it all the way through and want to hang out with me the whole time, who listen to what I have to say and who care for some reason. I just greatly appreciate you. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and if you'd like me to do more book reviews and more book content. I do a lot of like not like adult books, but like, you know what I mean? Like books I read, like not books for children, regular books. And I've actually recently did a book review, like talking about the books that I've read so far this year. So if you are interested in my regular book recommendations, be sure to check that out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.